What a sad turn of events. Before we get on with this video, beautiful people, the two mothers who complained about Meghan Markle's indecent choice of clothing for the children's school visit are still detained. And yes, it did happen. I do have a contact in Nigeria who's stationed right now, working at an embassy in Nigeria. I'm not going to say which embassy because I don't want people stalking him. And it's still happening. Those two ladies are still detained for complaining about Meghan Markle wearing indecent clothing to a little kid's school. Because this is a predominantly Muslim country where flesh cannot be shown that much. Especially when you're greeting people, you know, I don't care how comfortable she feels in her body, even though she's ugly as hell. I don't understand why people keep calling. She wants people to call her beautiful, but she's not. And it's not how comfortable she feels, but it's about making others uncomfortable. Because you see, when she got out of the car to greet the two gentlemen when she arrived at that school, she went and hugged them. She's invading their personal space, right? And these men, who are Muslim, by the way, don't know what to do, where to touch, because of course, her entire body, pretty much her top, is exposed. And yes, she did expose a side boob, guys. It is actually shocking to watch. I know she doesn't have it because her boobs in this trip are like a magician's trick. One day you have them, one day you don't. You know when she complained about Deal or No Deal, that she had to wear fake tan, fake eyelashes, fake extensions, and fake boobs? Well, they're all back. And especially the black facing. You know how she black faces so much? But well, so all Meghan Markle had to do with it, we're going into this video. By the way, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I can't believe you guys are coming back here. And do follow me on Facebook. I stopped doing a little bit lives on Facebook right now because I wasn't aware that I couldn't do them that often because it's supposed to be an account, a business account. So it's not. So yes. So please follow me on Facebook. And thank you again for coming here. And yeah, you know, subscribe is free. So the assignment was very simple. Harry was invited to come to Nigeria with Meghan. To this day, the entire press has not cared to verify her heritage. But that's going to be another video, guys, that I'm going to do. But the assignment was very simple. If this is an educated woman, all she had to do was read the dress code. But of course, it's not about that, is it? Because she's not there to make life easier for anybody. She's there to make people's lives uncomfortable because people have to conform to her, not the other way around. The drama started when Meghan got off the car, went and rushed to hug the two men, but not the women. Did you see that? She didn't hug the women. She only hugged men. Because of course, and Meghan Markle, you know why I say that she's in the value stages when she's devalued? Because she feels she needs to, she's always been an immodest dresser, but here she's taking it to another level, okay? She thinks she's at some cruise ship or something like that, because she showed up with half naked. I think people were shocked. We could see it in the people's faces, like, what was she thinking? I mean, people were uncomfortable, as I said at the beginning. And the reason why this little girl in particular was very uncomfortable was because Meghan Markle, this is a separate day. Meghan Markle is wearing that zebra striped dress that has holes everywhere. Holes in the center. I mean, the entire top, it's completely exposed. She has a slit in her legs. I think she thought she was going to Soho House looking for another client. I mean, what do you guys think? Because this is inappropriate. So this little girl felt very uncomfortable because she didn't want to be hugged by an almost naked woman, you know, and especially her mother was very upset. But then the mothers at the school were also upset because, as I said at the beginning of this video, they don't know where to touch her because, you know, and she is the kind of person, she just reaches and presses her herself against people, which is completely inappropriate, to make people uncomfortable. So this is the moment when Harry knew that he had screwed up. There was a photographer, a Nigerian photographer for the school taking pictures. And he captured this moment when Meghan Markle not only shunned the little girl, the young lady, she ignored the present that was being shown or presented or gifted to her. She just walked away because the photo op was not in front with this lady. The only photographer that was taking the picture was a Nigerian one from the school, which in her mind, he doesn't matter. He doesn't count. So she had to turn around because she needed that photo op, and the paps that counted were behind her. So she pulled Harry out of to go with her, ignore the young lady who was offering her a gift, not take the gift. And Harry got scolded by the lady. Harry's trying not to show that he's angry, because also in his mind, because Harry's behavior has also been very cringy in this thing. I think now that we can't blame Meghan Markle anymore for what he's doing at this moment. I believe that this man is just as cringy and just as entitled. And I mean, he's drinking Meghan Markle's Kool-Aid. Look at Meghan Markle when she said on that, and why did, when they were on that stage that she gave that little speech at that school, why did they exchange mics? Why couldn't she use her, oh my God, I wonder, I'm surprised she didn't do, hello. She thought she was probably giving a BJ. No, her old days, or are they old days? But anyways, I digress. So when she said, see, this is why I married this man, because he's so smart. He tells the truth. So Meghan Markle has him thinking that he's smart and that he tells the truth. Two big fat liars on stage, absolutely grifting the entire world, gaslighting the entire world, and the press, shame on the press, not calling it out. So these poor Nigerian people, these crowds, and I want to make the distinction between the crowds that were there, which were organized by the government, and I know a little bit, if not a lot, about staged crowds, because what these governments do, they grab people from the government positions, employment, and they say, if you don't go to the protest, or if you don't go to the here and there, you have to go. They get a group of people going. So the crowds that you saw were staged crowds. But the people of Nigeria, it's another story. They were very, very angry about this. They were very, very angry. Nigeria is below the poverty line. And I have another video as to why it's the defense minister who invited them, in spite of the fact that it was actually the president who instructed him to invite Harry and Meghan. So it is incredible that the assignment was dress appropriately, be supportive of your husband, and don't lie. That was the assignment. That was really the assignment, guys.
What do you do about designers? I mean, are they recommended to you, or do you pick up an idea here and there to go to the right person?
When I first arrived, there were a lot of people to help me, and it's now really my own choice. But I can't always wear what I'd like to on engagement because it's just not practical. You'd be amazed what one has to worry about, up from the obvious things like the wind. Because there's always a gale wherever we go, and the wind is my enemy, there's no doubt about that. And you've got to put your arm up to get some flowers, so you can't have something too revealing, and you can't have hems too short, because when you bend over there's 6 children looking at your skirt, and it goes on like that. You've got to be, clothes for the job. You've got to be practical.
Yes, beautiful people. We are witnessing Meghan Markle because this is her royal tour. In spite of the fact that she has to date present proof that she has Nigerian heritage. It's incredible. The worldwide grift. There she goes, walking in front of Harry, because Harry, it's only her dresser. That's it. Her dresser. Of course we saw Meghan Markle going ahead. Of course we saw Meghan Markle going ahead. Because this is the Markle tour. And this is when things go sideways. Because unfortunately, afterwards, they have to be told, you did this wrong. And Meghan Markle takes advantage of the fact that she loves putting people on the spot and in very uncomfortable situations where if they have any sort of manners that she lacks any manners, any modesty, then they will have to play along to sort of try to save the day or save the occasion or the event. Because if they were to call her out, it would be, they know that she would probably throw a tantrum and she wouldn't care. She wouldn't care. So this is when we go back to that school day. Harry knows, and this is why his face changed. Because he got caught here with Meghan Markle turning around, shunning that schoolgirl. And he knew that they had screwed up big time and that it was caught on camera. You know, sometimes I wonder if Harry stays behind Meghan Markle, not because he's showing her deference, which he shouldn't, because if you look at this, he's being called His Royal Highness Prince Harry, not their Royal Highnesses. They have been very, which it shouldn't have happened to begin with. But you know what? To all of those of you who adored King Charles, I will bet any amount of money that King Charles will not issue a statement, nor the monarchy nor parliament, about the abuse and the misuse of the Royal Highness style. Because it is my opinion that this is an official trip. But I'm going to do another video about that. So there has been a lot of drama because people have had to tell them afterwards, why did you do that? Why are you doing that? You can't do that. The problem is that it's falling on deaf ears because Meghan Markle listens to no one. She hears no advice. Nobody can tell her what to do. She has gone to Nigeria to insult pretty much an entire nation who are paying her $1 million for that escapade. A country that's starving. A country that people say, oh, Nigeria is rich. No, it is not. Most of the people are living below the poverty line. So all this drama, we have 2 mothers detained and the press not talking about it. You know, maybe eventually someday it'll come because I know regimes like that, you never hear those news. Even though the whole expat community and maybe the Nigerian people know about it, nobody talks about it. While Meghan is flaunting her disgusted sack of bones everywhere, causing drama at school, every school she goes to. Harry showing with those fake veterans who there was no nurse, nothing. And I am surprised this hasn't been an international incident because of the way she chose not to dress. People say it's just a dress. Is it? If she were smart, if she were considerate, she doesn't care that Harry has to come and fix whatever it is that she's doing. Because it's actually quite shameful, guys. Look at the way the gowns that she wore. And like Princess Diana said, the clothes should be practical for the job. You can't show very much skin. You can't show a short skirt, because you have to think when you bend over, which Meghan Markle was doing with that zebra thing, crossing her legs. The wind is my enemy. It has to be, Princess Diana used her wardrobe because it was a practical wardrobe. It was not a fashion show. It was not a Soho House, go find a client kind of clothing that she had to wear, which she did. And Harry has had enough. You can see as the tour progresses that his face gets darker and darker and darker, because after every event, he is scolded. He is scolded. There is drama. He gets pulled aside and told, what did you do? I mean, how can the world press, UK Parliament, have allowed this travesty of whatever it is that you want to call it to happen? causing drama everywhere they went, disrespecting an entire nation, their host nation, who are paying them a lot of money. Invictus Games, where Harry finally wore a shirt. Meghan Markle welcomed me home. I'm doing a very juicy video about it. So what do you guys think? I mean, why do you think Harry enjoyed being told off? Having to fix Meghan Markle's mess over and over and over? Because at the end of the day, he too is an entitled prince who's used to getting his own way. Do you think that the school people, the school mothers were right to protest? Do you think it's right 2 of them were detained? And even though I know what you're going to say, I know I get a lot of sugar. How do you know, Paula? I know because I worked in these kinds of things. And the person who gave me this news, he actually sent me a bunch of other things to corroborate that thing. Because he's down in Nigeria. He's in Abuja. At the embassy. And this is a big scandal that nobody's talking about. Just like nobody talked about Meghan Markle throwing hot tea, it wasn't cold tea, to a lady in Australia. About Meghan Markle simply skipping and hissing in Fiji market and hissing at the people. About Meghan Markle continuous relentless bullying of her staff and others. And you know what? The false racist claims. The false racist claims. I mean, do you think that it is correct that people have to put up with this drama? That she's allowed to create this drama everywhere she goes, and that the people in the world have just to suck it